And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. Harden, that's good. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
He gets it in there.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Harris outside. Harden against George. Pops it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
George looking over the floor. And George with the stuff.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
And, Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Outside, George. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Beverly against Irving. And he misses his first shot.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Oh, Morris in position and stolen by Jordan. Here's Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Outside Leonard. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Rondo. And Leonard has it in the corner. 1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Cousins, the pass to Batum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And Green gets it to go. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. George with the bounce pass. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Leonard inside. KD's on him. Zubats in the post. Defended by Griffin. The putback. The offensive rebound. Here's George to end the run. Here's Morris. And the Clippers miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown drives in. Banked in off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Zubats. He kicks to Beverly. Misses the 3. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center. Clippers trail by 9. Now here's Jackson. There's the pass to Zubats. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. So it's Brooklyn now. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Harden kicks to Green. Kicks it out to Harden. Green breaking loose. Harden can't hit. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Here's Durant. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Green against Morris. Outside, Green. Claxton. It's good on the putback. Claxton's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Well, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Jackson against Harden. Stolen by Zubats. They're running. Jumps up. And George with the stuff.
I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed. And when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Harden against Jackson. Here's Claxton. On the wing, Green. Kicks it out to Harden. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. That free throw good from Brown. Here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 1:35 left to play here in the second quarter.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Jackson against Irving. Fires from the line. And again, it's the Nets missing. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Mann. Good. Nice job down low.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Here's Irving. And he could not get that one. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. No good, not a friendly rim at all this trip now. This is his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first.
You know, Jordan, to me, is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Jackson. And a change for the Nets. Harden's checked in. Leonard inside. He's against Jordan. Cousins inside. And that one drops.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
17-foot shot on the way. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. First, and as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted a share of critics, they say. And that'll do it for us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now Harden. Jordan, high post. A deep 3 from Irving. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stolen by Harden. Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Really good to see Harden get nasty on defense. He's got quick instincts and quick hands. And I like how he pilfers it on occasion.
Nobody near George. Off target from 3-point range. Nets leading by 9. KD passes to Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. It's Durant on the wing. 6 points for him. Goes back up. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. They grab their own miss. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard, and he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Harris against Leonard. Outside for Durant. Down low. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard's got the ball.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Beverly finds George. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. And it's Green in for Kevin Durant. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Irving drives in, and he makes that one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Irving kicks to Harris. Passes it to Claxton. 5 on the clock. The feed to Griffin. The Nets need to get a shot off here. With 3, Harris. And the Nets miss again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Stolen. Timeout. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Over to the wing. Here's Griffin. Trying to get open as Johnson. The shot will not fall. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Mann. Outside Jackson. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Pass to Oturu. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Johnson with it. Got it up. Can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Jordan is out there with Griffin. And it's Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the shooting guard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 8. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Rondo looking over the floor. Kennard for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Griffin, here we go. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Griffin. Jordan's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Brooklyn. And here's Rondo. Zubac, the pass to Rondo. To the paint. The Clippers again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Leonard, he's checked in for Jackson. And the Nets making a change here as well. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Blake Griffin. Harden kicks to Irving. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Greg, I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
George against Irving. Now, here's George. Defense right on him. A shake over Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
And George drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Harden scanning the floor. Stolen by Beverly. George passes to Morris. Leonard draws the double. The pass to Cousins. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris kicks to Cousins. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Back to Irving. Harden the pass to Luau. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Harden outside. Jordan inside. He's guarded by Cousins. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
That is not possible. Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Nets leading by 7. Irving surveying the floor. Now here's Harden. To the middle. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Leonard attacking. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Outside Jordan, the dish now to Harris. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Offline from the top of the key. And here's Los Angeles. 9-point game. And it's George finishing it off.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Harden outside. Now Jordan. No good. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A truly all right, David. Thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries, a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis. Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty. Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Now here is Holiday. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
The deep 3 from George. The long-distance 3 is buried.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Giannis with it. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
George looking around. Kicks it to Leonard. And the rebound goes to Lopez. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to Beverley. The 3 from George. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. 4-point game.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Leonard dishes to George. Elbow shot is on the way. Good as the jump shot falls. George has got 8.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Giannis outside. Makes it off the glass. He's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Leonard inside, defended by Middleton. Nobody near George. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about he has yet to miss? 4-4 to start.
And some changes here for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Cousins against Giannis. Cousins inside. Over Giannis. Misses off the left iron.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Shots good by Middleton.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards
in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Kennard finds Cousins. Now Kennard. And the three off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson down low. Puts it up for Cousins.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tucker dishes to Forbes. Pass to Portis. Over Cousins. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Reggie Jackson, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Mann in at the 3. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Now, here's Batum. He's tightly guarded. Portis drives in. And Cousins comes over to help. Here's Connaughton, defended by Batum. Connaughton kicks to Giannis. Tipped away. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Connaughton passes to Lopez. Leonard with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one, and there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Outside Holiday. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good on the triple. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. That one good for 2.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Rondo against Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Middleton can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Portis kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Portis. And it's sent back by George. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Rondo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
Passes it to Portis. Back to DiVincenzo to stop the run. And Portis finishes inside.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Outside Rondo to the inside. George. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 12 points for George.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Outside, George. The pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Oturu. Shoots over Portis. Oturu's shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to George. Batum inside the three-point line, and he got that one up in time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The clip.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. He was on the fringes. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark. Bucks shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo for the tie. And he lays it up and in. Giannis has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And here's Kennard. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
Inside, here's Lopez.
Hey, yo, right here.
Middleton outside. That one goes in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that's 6'11".
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Jackson, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. Bucks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. The 17-footer. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Oturu. Off with the layup. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Connaughton. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Rondo. Connaughton passes to Lopez. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Here's Leonard. 6 points for him. Down low, the rim-rattling two-handed jam. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Forbes the pass to Connaughton. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. To the paint. Here's Portis. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard inside. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 5. And while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there. Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Clippers leading by 5. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. No good there. Great D that time from Middleton. There's the lob into Kumbo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
And the Clippers call time here. The Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in, and Los Angeles will go for a different look here. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks trail by 3. Giannis with it. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on it.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one misses. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Man, he doesn't hit that one. Middleton on the wing. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. Here is Forbes, defended by George. In the corner, Middleton with it. On the wing, Giannis. To take the lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And typically not this reliable at the line, but tonight he's been terrific.
And the Clippers call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. George finds Kennard. And there's the pass to Cousins. And here's George for three. And the three ball is good.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
And George gets it to go.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, Forbes dishes to Holiday. Back to Forbes. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Outside Holiday. Clock at 4. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice D from Cousins.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Giannis throws it down.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. George passes to Kennard. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 5.
A fantastic competitor. The bigger the moment, the more Kennard wants the ball.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Kennard finds Leonard. Back to Kennard. From deep, George. The rebound by the Bucks. Pass break, Milwaukee. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Luke Kennard.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George against Antetokounmpo. And George kicks to Leonard. Morris tried to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez.
The nuances that Kawhi has added to his game. That time, the little up fake.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Outside, George. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Count it!
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the small forward position.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Outside Irving. To the inside, Jordan. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Lopez. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And they call the fouls. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Harris, no good.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. And they get it. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And that one drops for him.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Bucks shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And the pass to Holiday. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's DiVincenzo. Yep, it counts. DiVincenzo's got 6 points. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court...
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here's Forbes. Off target from outside. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. 11-point game. Here's Griffin. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, and that kind of activity helps Griffin to do so much more in this game. He's been tireless.
Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. Portis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Left side, Brown. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Hard not to like Blake Griffin when he's doing things like that, looking to throw it down every time around the rim.
Right side, Holiday. Inside. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harden against Holiday. Harden dishes to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Griffin slams it in.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Forbes the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. But they get it back. Green with the rebound. Now here is Harden. Wow, hammering it in.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And here is Portis. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Brown against DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Harden surveying the D. Passes to Claxton. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Giannis. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Knocked loose. Taken away by Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. Feeds to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Harden against Holiday. Outside, Green. Back to Harden. And Lopez pulls it down.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim. Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Durant against Middleton. Durant, the pass to Harden. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 8 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Loads it up for Giannis.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harden with it. He's got 8. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Brown. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets trail by 8. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Portis trying to free himself. Lays it up off the glass.
Staying confident in the paint. Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. .107 left to play in the first half. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Stolen by Harden. Shot from 12. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Forbes, the pass to Middleton. Outside Portis. Here's Connaughton, covered by Irving. And that one's good from Connaughton. And now a 12-point Milwaukee lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 13 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Got it off in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 17. And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 6. Irving finds Jordan. Lopez with the block.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by KD. Stolen by Durant. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Offensive rebound. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Johnson, the pass to Irving. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
So for the Nets, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Johnson.
He just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Giannis left side. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 6 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Claxton the pass to Irving. Oh, Griffin in position, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Lopez passes to Forbes. No good from outside.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Pass to Connaughton. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Lopez inside. Griffin on him. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Lopez, no luck. Nets trail by 9. Brown drives in, and Brown throws it down hard.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Griffin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
And Griffin is physical right there, bumping in and picking up a personal.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Irving. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here. in the second despite being down.
Teague finds Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Portis has got 6 points.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now here's Harden. He's got 13. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Portis can't get it to go. For three, Durant, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Bucks leading by 8. We've got Durant. Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now Holiday. He dishes it to Tucker. Over Green. A fader. Tucker can't get it to go. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Rebound, Milwaukee. Holiday, no one around him. The three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 8. Harden the pass to Green. Outside for Jordan. KD on the wing. The dish to Harris. 5 to shoot. Trains the three-pointer. Harris has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Fires the three. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The putback, that one, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. For three, Middleton. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Holiday. Middleton outside. Portis finds Holiday. And stolen by Harris. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Harris looking it over. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. And it's Luwawu-Cabarrot in for Kevin Durant. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Claxton, Luwawu, and it's Connaughton with the rebound. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bucks leading by 5. Giannis outside. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Stolen by Middleton. Over Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Middleton, a good scorer, and good scorers can use the pump fake to their advantage.
Brooklyn making some changes. Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Brown comes in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And here's Irving. From deep. Jordan kicks to Irving. Drills it from outside.
Such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger. The D has no chance there.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Giannis against KD, and it's blocked by Jordan. They get it back. Outside Holiday. And again, the Bucks miss. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Nets trail by 6. Left side, Irving. Back to Harden. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. Money!
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Down low, there's Portis. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
And Harden launches it from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now the pass to Middleton. Back to Connaughton. Lets it go from deep. The Bucks getting another chance here. The shot by Holiday, no good. In transition, here come the Nets. Moving it up. Good!
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Stolen by Harden. Here's KD. Here's Irving. Back to Durant, the 11-footer. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And both teams, Doris, battling injury.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual. Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
And here's Brooklyn. Irving passes to Harden. And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now here's Leonard. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Durant. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And then Durant with the dunk.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Now, here's George. Lets the 3 fly. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Irving.
Boy, the strength of DeAndre Jordan on full display, able to muscle right through that contact for a potential and one.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Cousins. Now here's Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
Kennard against Irving to the middle. And then Durant with the jam.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
George with the ball. He's picked up by KD.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Luke Kennard. Griffin kicks to Irving. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Irving against Jackson. Irving can't hit.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Batum passes to Rondo. Here's Mann. He's covered by Brown. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Nice anticipations by Boogie Cousins. Beats everybody to the basketball.
36 seconds left in the first. Harden kicks to Brown. They kick it out to Green. pass to Griffin. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Jackson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Floats it up for Cousins. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up 1. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Harden. And he lays it straight in.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach doors to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call. The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Brown outside. Left side Durant, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, don't let Kevin Durant get comfortable from the mid-range, because that is money in the bank.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Leonard's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Brown against Jackson. Brown the pass to Claxton. Ball's knocked loose. Jackson with it, picked up by Brown. Right side Leonard. Outside Jackson. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt.
we're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Claxton. He's covered by Leonard. They need this. Claxton, no good. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton, and Irving subbed in for Brown. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. Here's Jackson. 4 on the clock. A shot by Batum, no good. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Irving attacking. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
The pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, and Irving pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Harris kicks to Jordan. On the wing, Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, how about the mid-range game? Joe Harris knows they're going to run him off the three-point line, so he's showing you what else he has.
Pass to Kennard. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sport. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. And a little redemption for him tonight in their previous game. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard. Harden dishes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Three-pointer, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Clippers leading by 8. Now Beverly, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard draws the double, and the wide-open shot from Morris connects from three-point range.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Harden the pass to Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Irving. Over Beverly. Tries again. And there's the nice layup by Irving.
Some of the best point guards are sneaky good rebounders. Kyrie doing work on the glass right there.
90 seconds now into the second half. Beverly looking around. Kicks it to Leonard. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. The three from Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Leonard, dishes it to George. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. To the paint. Here's Harden. And the call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Green against Cousins. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins, not a tremendous leaper. So what do? You go to your up fake game and catch that defense off balance.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Harden against Jackson. Now here's Harden. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Brown. Over in the corner, Green. Lock at 6. He lobs it up. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And he dunks it down.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Here's Harden. And he makes good on the layup. Harden's got 7 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Oturu. Back to Jackson. He kicks it to Cousins. And it's off from three-point range. Nets trail by 12. Durant wide open. He fires. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Stolen away. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Cousins with the ball. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
I'll tell you this. If DeMarcus Cousins is on my team, I'm trying to give him an opportunity to finish near the rim every time up the floor.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Harden the pass to Claxton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. KD drives in. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And here's Kennard. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Oof, boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Zubac, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you put it away inside. Harris known for his distance shooting, but you love to see him willing to get inside and make easy ones.
Harden against Beverly. Kennard on the wing. 13 feet away. They get the rebound. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Here's Beverly. Over in the corner, Zubac. Passes it to Kennard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Luke Kennard. And he commits the intentional foul. George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jordan against Zubac. Jordan kicks to Griffin. Irving from long range. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Beverly for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Patrick Beverly has turned himself into a willing and capable 3-point shooter. Pretty.
Beverly against Irving. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Now, DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Irving misses.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
George against Harden. George looking around. Shot clock at 6. Zubac the pass to Beverly. Leonard. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 19 points.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kawhi Leonard.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Again, Leonard missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Los Angeles. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now, here's Beverly. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Hi, everyone. Time to... And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. Now here is Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Passes it to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Back to Giannis. It's good.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. The shot by Holiday, no good.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
So it's the Clippers now. After the basket by Milwaukee. George with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And to Kumbo. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Connaughton's checked in, kicks it out to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Rondo against Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, you look at Holiday. When you have that kind of upper body strength, you don't mind a little contact.
Rondo against Holiday. The pass to Cousins. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Rondo. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubats is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
It's good on the putback.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Over Beverly. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
An all defensive first teamer. Beverly once again getting up into his...
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Milwaukee on top. They lead by a bucket. We'll be back shortly live.
I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the 3 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in, and that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. DiVincenzo kicks to Portis. No good from the wing. And Los Angeles guys shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Cousins finds Kennard. Puts up a three. Los Angeles with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton. Knocked away. Here's Batum. Pass to Kennard. Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. DiVincenzo passes to Tucker. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Rondo looking around. The dish to Morris. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Holiday. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
There's the lob to the hoop. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Zubac. Over Holiday. No good from Zubac. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Has only allowed 5 points in the quarter. George against Holiday. And George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is. Leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Shot, high post. Second chance shot. Antetokounmpo. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Rondo can't get it to go. Milwaukee in the lead. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Here's George. Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Buck shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Outside Holiday. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. 6 seconds left now here in the second.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
The deep three from George. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And by just... And that's a...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Leonard with no one around. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Giannis inside. Morris is there. Good work there as it goes.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now the feed to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Holiday looking for an opening. With the tip, great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 5.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
The deep three from George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Middleton with it. Giannis inside. He's covered by Leonard. Lopez, no luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Good on the three-point shot. George has got 9.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. And that one's good by Giannis. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Morris against Giannis. Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Leonard from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. And Giannis throws it down.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday stand very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
And the pass to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Over Middleton. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Over onto Kumbo. That one a little long. Bucks leading by 3. For 3, Middleton. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight. And it. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Reggie Jackson, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's man in at the small forward.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. There's the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. The Clippers rebound. And Batum kicks to Kennard. His three-pointers off the mark. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 41% for the game. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton against Batum. Middleton dishes to Tucker. Fires from deep. Another shot. Passes to Connaughton. Here is Forbes. Goes back up. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Batum for 3. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Tucker the pass to Connaughton. Offline with his 3. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Batum for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Middleton kicks to Connaughton. Back to Middleton. And that one, good.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Clippers trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To stop the drought, and the layup is good. Cousins has got 4 points this quarter.
Great idea to get it to Cousins. Things are starting to tighten up. Could be a hard-fought battle the rest of the way.
Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering. Here's Portis. Nice D from Cousins. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. It's good on the putback. Batum's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Now the pass to DiVincenzo. To the middle. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton enjoys coming through in the clutch.
Leonard finds George. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Right side Holiday. Here's Middleton. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Tries from the block. George, no good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them the lead.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
George passes to Leonard. To the wing right side. Beverly dishes to George. Bullseye!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. What a show. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. everyone, here on 2K Sports. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
So the next starting five. We've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Stolen by Middleton. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. The quick look, no good that time.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Middleton for 3. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
No good on the 3. The Bucks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Jordan against Lopez. Holiday looking over the floor. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And again, the Bucks miss.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Harris inside, defended by Middleton. KD's shot is good.
What a nice touch from KD. There's no spot on the floor where he doesn't feel confident from.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. Poke loose. Middleton with it. He's picked up by KD. The wide open look here for Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Now, here is Harden. Left side, KD. The shot's good from Irving.
Well, KD, an awesome job there just sharing the rock with his teammates.
The Bucks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Just 4 to shoot. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And here's the break. Irving for 3. Nets with the new shot clock. Durant. And the rejection by Giannis. From deep. Lopez, no luck.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Green, the pass to Griffin. Oh, Griffin in position and stolen by Portis. Here's Connaughton. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Green finds Harden. And here's Griffin. Kept alive. Back to Harden. Second shot opportunity. 5 to shoot. Irving passes to Griffin. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Here's Brown. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets out in front, leading by 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying times.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Connaughton in at the 3. And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Here's Forbes. Portis plus second chance points on the tip in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Harden the pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. From the arc. That one doesn't go. The Bucks go the other way with it. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Tucker the pass to Holiday. Back to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets leading by 3. On the wing, Green. No points in the game yet for him. From deep 3-point range, up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Stolen by Tucker. Outside Holiday. Back to Tucker. He dishes it to Holiday. Down low. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Harden with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Claxton. Outside, Green. Misses in close. Milwaukee's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Back to Forbes. The 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving leading the charge.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Now Holiday still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Connaughton. From outside, off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Claxton. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. But they recover it. Lopez outside. Holiday with the 3. And the Bucks miss again. Nets leading by 3. Johnson down low, guarded by Holiday. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Nets miss again. Buck shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Pass to DiVincenzo. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Claxton, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The pass to Green. Back to Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Bucks trail by 7. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And that one's good, Irving.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And so it's Brooklyn. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that does it for our halftime.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Irving looking for an opening. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Bucks trail by 8. Pass to Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. The 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And here's Harden. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the feed to Jordan. Outside for Durant. 2 on the clock. A 3 ball. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Middleton finds Holiday. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Back to Harden. Stolen by Middleton. One-on-one here. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. DiVincenzo's got 5 now. Nets leading by 5. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Jordan. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Giannis right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Holiday. The layup off target.
Yeah, this has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line. I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Giannis with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and Giannis throws it down.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Lopez with the steal. Here's Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 1-point Nets lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harden dishes to Irving. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Quick, active hands. Holiday knows a thing or two about collecting some steals.
Harden right side. And the jam by Harden.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Milwaukee.
Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Holiday inside the line. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Irving. Count the basket and the foul. That one is on Holiday.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And the Bucks with some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin comes in for Jordan. And it's Green in for James Harden.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Green finds Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Milwaukee with the ball. The Bucks trail. Middleton looking it over. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Middleton improving his game, improving his confidence, coming back after injury, and working to become better.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bucks. The kick out to Irving. Here's the 3 with the putback. It's hauled in by Giannis. From past the arc. And no good. Durant way outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. P.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Irving against Holiday. And Middleton kicks to Holiday.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Outside for Durant. Pass to Claxton. Left side, Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Second chance shot. Claxton with the bucket. And it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Portis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
KD passes to Irving, and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Irving.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Lopez, hits it down to Middleton. But they'll get another chance. Back to DiVincenzo. Over Harden. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Durant against Middleton. Durant, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. Floats it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Man, that's why they turned to Blake Griffin. Calm, cool, collected, and his team needed that one.
Middleton outside. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Back to Giannis, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that weren't falling earlier are finally finding the bottom of the net.
Harden dishes to Griffin. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
His skill at his size and then converting through contact. Such strength from the big man.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Durant. He gets that one. And the Nets lead by 2.
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
Johnson against Holiday. Yes!
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. KD looking around. Money!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Holiday with it. Here's the lob, and Kumbo throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Count!
And they do have a foul to give. Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Hangs in the air. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Timeout called, the Nets. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the...
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. It'll be the Nets off the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Green. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Down low. Harden. That's good.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Now here is Holiday. Kicks to Middleton. The tray. Brooklyn with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Harden. And there's the pass to Jordan. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And now we've got the intentional foul. And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. Back to Lopez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot.
Well, keeping with the attention to detail right there, DeAndre Jordan making it difficult for the offense.
Harden with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, stolen by Harden. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harden. And that's 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
Holiday against Harden. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Giannis, right side. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Irving. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
Antetokounmpo against Green. Lets it go with a 3. And again, the Bucks miss.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And a wide open look for Jordan. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Milwaukee getting another chance here. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen by Holiday.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Middleton proving again how clutch he is for this basketball team. Big shot there.
Harden surveying the D, and Harris wide open. He shoots, and the Nets miss again. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.